What's up, Amazon shoppers? I'm starting to take my brand new Blacktop 22-inch tabletop griddle out of the box. I'm going to take it out of the styrofoam and the plastic and put it together. Very minimal assembly required. I'm so excited about this. This is going to make grilling at the beach, when I picnic, at the trailer, when I'm at the cottage, super easy. I'm impressed with the size of it. I'm gonna be able to cook so many burgers and pancakes on here. Let's get it out of all the shipping stuff and see what actually is inside when you order this griddle. Okay. So this was the package of pieces that you need to assemble. It comes with the warranty card here, and you get a Blackstone sticker as well. And then inside of this is like the grease drip tray. You also get your knobs and your feet for this. As well, you get the gas regulator right here, and that's gonna go onto one side of the griddle so that you can connect a propane bottle right here. You also get your booklet, like that, and the griddle. Let's take the wrappings off and look at what we... Now the weight of this is just about 24 pounds, which is not too heavy because you can actually just pick it up pretty easy. Now the griddle part actually disconnects from the base, and it has like a little hook and eye here that you can slide like that, and then it's gonna lift off just like that. I'm gonna set this aside so I can show you the burner. This is the base of the griddle, and you can see the elements here for the propane. You've got two igniters here that connect to the knobs that are right down here. And you've got a lot of space that's going to be exposed to the flame. This is supposed to have a really great even heat, so I'm definitely excited to see what that's going to look like. As well, this is really minimal assembly. The first thing that I have to do is flip it over and install these legs. They are really cool rubberized legs. They just have a screw base on them. So there's 4 holes, and these are just going to screw in from underneath. So let's flip this over like that. Okay. Just like that. Really easy. Of course, I love these rubberized feet because it's really going to grip the counter where I set this down. This kind of a material is really grippy, so it's going to make this a really nice stable surface. We're just going to flip this right back over again like that. There you go. Of course, that's also pretty awesome because, you can see that makes this really sturdy on the counter. It doesn't move around at all. The faceplate of this is stainless steel, and the rest of it is powder coated steel. That's like when they paint it with a texture so that it helps to resist rust. Before we go anywhere, I just want to show you, there's these holes right here, and that is how you attach the griddle top to the burner base. You can see underneath here, there's these screws, like right here, and they're going to fit into the holes here, just like that, there, and there, like that, and then they'll pop in and slide back this way. Really careful, look here, so I don't pinch my fingers. There we go. And now it's nice and secure. You can see that it doesn't move around like that. Now dimensions wise, it's 22 inches this way and 19 and a half, almost 20 inches this way. That is a lot of cooking space. Can you imagine how many burgers you can cook on this? Now, this is the griddle that doesn't have the hood, but you can actually purchase the hood separately. And there are spots right in here where you would put the hood on top and then put screws in, so you can actually cover your griddle, because it does help to keep the elements off your griddle, and it does help to give you that option of using the heat trapped inside the hood to cook your food more efficiently. But if you want to just cook wide open like this, all you need out of the box is the base and the griddle, as we're going to put these 2 knobs on to control temperature and also to get the igniter to start. This little unit here has the piezo ignition, and these are the knobs right here. They just have a really simple opening, and this opening is just going to pop onto the knob like that. So you just give it a little push, and it goes on just like that. You can't over push, they only go so far. We'll do it on this side too. So to activate the igniter, all you have to do after you've got the gas hooked up and turned on is just push it this way. And when you hear that clicking noise, that's actually an igniter inside here that's going to ignite the gas that is being released in from the chamber right here. And then you have your temperature controls low all the way to high. Now remember when I had the griddle top off, you could see that there were two zones here and here that had burners. They were kind of an H shape. That's going to ensure that you have really nice even heat distribution on the cook surface. What you would do is light both sides of your griddle just like that with a click and with a click, and then you can adjust your temperature right here and right there. There's a safety feature on here. You can't just come up and push and turn this on. You actually have to push it in and hold it to get that click, which is going to light your barbecue. Now another piece that comes in the box is this grease pan. And at the back of here, they call it a grease diverter. This is going to clip right in the back. So they call this the omnivore griddle top, which means it's great for cooking just about anything on here. You can cook pancakes, you can cook bacon, you can cook eggs, you can do vegetables, almost do a stir fry right on the surface here. There's a little bit of an incline so that any grease that you have is just going to run back to the back of the griddle like this. And in here is your exit. This is called the grease diverter. So you can actually, with your tools, push the grease and the food debris this way, and it's going to exit this way into the drip pan. And I'm just going to turn this around so I can show you what we do with the drip pan. There is the back end of the griddle, just like that. And here is the drip pan. It has a handle, and then all this does is it fits in just like that. The stuff that you're diverting off the grill would come this way and then just drop right into the grease pan. And then when it was filled and time for you to empty it, you just lift this off and you can dump it out, and then you can put it right back where it came from. It's on here really nice and secure. To get it on and off, you have to actually lift it, and then it slides into place. Now you can see from me moving it that 25 pounds isn't too heavy to move around. I'm not really struggling very much to lift it up and move it. I liked that it wasn't super heavy, and I wasn't gonna have a hard time moving it around. I will probably down the road buy the lid because I like the idea of having it covered, but my intention right now is to just use it for tailgating and picnicking and things like that. So I'm not planning on leaving it out in the elements where I would want the hood to keep the griddle covered. This here is your gas regulator, and all you do is connect it right here on the side. So this has like a little screw fastener, and so all you have to do is put this here. Now it's kind of spring loaded. If you don't push it, it's not going to stay. So you have to actually hold it in place, put this in, and then screw it closed. And when you screw this, it's going to connect the two pieces and create like a bridge or an enclosure. So now we have this properly installed like that, and you can put your bottle on. Some people put it out this way and have the bottle come this way. Some people like to have it here, but this is your regulator and this is how you connect it. And you connect your propane bottles right here. And then when you're not using it, it's super easy to disassemble. Just unthread that, take it off, and you're ready to move this back into your trunk or your garage or wherever. All you have to do is take your scraper tool. Of course, you're going to want one that doesn't mess up this surface. Silicone ones are great. And you're going to scrape all the food and debris and grease back here and out through the grease diverter. Then you're going to put a couple tablespoons of water. Then you're going to wipe the grill off with paper towels. And then all you have to do is put some water on and really, like move it around with your tool. Get all the stuck on debris that's still on the surface off. Push it out through the diverter, and then give it another wipe down with a towel. After you've given it a wipe down, they suggest you put a small amount of cooking oil on the surface and spread it evenly all the way around, and then wipe it again with a towel. That's going to help season the surface, and it's going to help make it maintain that non-stick surface that everybody loves to cook on, which is definitely one of the things that attracted me to this griddle. Now the other thing that you're going to want to do before you even cook on it is season your griddle. And they suggest that you turn the griddle on. They suggest that you turn your griddle on high heat and you leave it on high heat until you see the griddle top here start to change color. Once it changes color, you are going to put some cooking oil on here and grab a pair of tongs and some paper towel, and you're going to use that paper towel to wipe the grease to wipe the oil all over the cook surface of your griddle. That's probably going to be 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil per application, because what we want the oil to do is we want it to burn off. So you want a nice thin application. After you've done that once, they say you do it one more time, and once the oil is all burned off and it stops smoking, you've seasoned your griddle and you are ready to cook on this fantastic griddle. Now I'm definitely going to be seasoning this, and I'll show you how I do it. They say that the griddle is fully seasoned when the surface here turns a nice rich black color. So that probably means at least 3 to 4 times of doing the application of oil, wiping it around with the paper towel, and then letting it cook until the smoking stops. As far as which oil you should use when you're seasoning, of course the company is going to recommend their own product. It's the Blackstone Griddle Seasoning Oil, but truthfully, any cooking oil is going to work. The higher heat oils are even better than the ones that smoke very quickly, but any cooking oil that you can use on here is going to allow you to do that seasoning process and get your griddle ready to cook. It should be noted that this is an outdoor cooktop, not an indoor cooktop. And especially if you're doing the seasoning, it's going to give off a fair amount of smoke. So you definitely don't want your smoke detectors going off when you're doing that. I'm so impressed with this griddle. I love the way it sits on the counter, really nice and securely. I love how easy it was. They basically just put 2 or 3 things together when it came out of the box. I think the dials here are awesome, and I love that you actually have to push them in like that to get it to ignite, so that little hands can't come around and just turn it on and light it up without you being aware. I think this diverter at the back is really cool, and the super easy to empty grease drip pan is also pretty awesome. It says that you can cook 14 burgers at a time on this surface. I can just imagine cooking an entire breakfast. Bacon, eggs, pancakes, sausages. You really have room to do a lot on here. I think that this is pretty awesome. I think that this Blackstone tabletop griddle is going to become one of my go-to cooking surfaces, and I can't wait to try it out. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a family favorite at my house. What's up, everyone? Thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you taking the time to check out my product reviews. It means a lot. Now, if you want to get your hands on that really great product I just showed you, I've linked it for you in the description below. Make sure you don't miss any more fresh product reviews by clicking subscribe and turning on your notifications. That way you'll get notified every time I post fresh content. And if you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, because that way YouTube knows you want to see more of my content. By the way, don't forget to cannonball and do what you love.